John Winks, what's going on with you today? How are you doing? Number one goat. That's awesome. Harley, come here once. Pull my pull that channel up. I think
Oh, sorry.
there's a way to go in and actually hype alive. I've seen it on other people's stuff.
You want
Raging Bullets, what's going on?
the ordinance?
What's big with all you guys today? Heading into the range. All right, man. Post some videos. Yeah, I don't see how to do it. All right, man. Post some videos. And I'm waiting on my wife. I sent her for some primers. So as soon as she gets back with primers, I got some more loading to do. But what are my plans? Don't worry, John, you'll have a 2011 collection soon. Ugh, fuck.
I'm tired today.
What a boring day. We have one more match for sure. That's next weekend. And I think we're pretty well done then until spring. I'll find a couple things over winter, but there won't be a whole lot of shooting, unfortunately. Yeah. They have to ship to a store, unfortunately. So just kind of the way it works. Usually FedEx or Postal Service is how everybody gets firearms. I don't know why they're using the Postal Service, but whenever I used to get firearms, they always either came from FedEx or UPS. Would you throw this way, Harley?
Mm-hmm.
And grab me a soda, please. Thank you. Rhino, what's going on? How are you doing?
Soda?
Yeah. But yeah, lives are always time consuming. Thank you. And give me never mind. I'll grab 'em. Rhino, what are you up to today? What's your plans for Saturday? I'll see how this Saturday live goes. Usually they don't do real well, but since I had some time to kill, we figured we'd get it done anyway. I think it cost me like 12. I bought it, when I buy it, 3-4 years ago. I just rebarreled it. I needed to change the barrel. So I just rebarreled it like, I don't know, maybe a month and a half ago. I like that. It's actually probably one of my favorite CZs. It's super fun to shoot. It's got a Timney trigger in it. It's got the HB Industries grip. And then I changed the recoil spring assembly to a plus 125% assembly, so it's a whole lot heavier of a spring that made it a really nice shooter. So the trigger from the factory was kind of, they suck. Same with the grip. So a couple little mods to it, nothing much. So if you have a Scorpion, I'd definitely check out like that Ascalon. It's ACCELSION, I believe. Recoil spring assembly, but it's 125% stronger than the factory one, and that takes out. It actually makes the gun recoil a little less. I mean, blowbacks recoil. There's no stopping that. They recoil. But what it did is it slowed the bolt down enough going backwards that when it goes home, it doesn't slam home. It just kind of goes back home. Is that in the factory configuration? It had like 2 recoil impulses. The first one when the spring bottomed out, and then the second one when the bolt went back in the battery. Sig Sauer 226 times with 1 red dot is number 1. If that's your choice, that's okay. It's not a bad combination, but I'm not really much of a Sig guy. Focus, what's going on with you, man? How are you doing? How's the little one doing? Bring me your phone once. Yeah, if you guys would do me a solid, man, consider double tapping the screen for me. Help me raise them likes up. It's not really a sniper rifle. Barretts are considered a anti-material rifle. So sniper rifles, I like it when people say that, because a sniper is a job. That's a job in the military, and it's an action. The sniper rifles, it's just a precision rifle. Memorphous, how are you doing? It's been a while since I saw you. I gotta get on your channel. It's been a minute. Such a happy collection, just missing something. Oh yeah, wheel guns. Yeah, I didn't put any wheel guns out today. I only got so much room, man. So yeah, what's going on with all you guys today? Oh, hit that pen. There you go. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're saying there. Or I would definitely, let me see that again. Everyday Carry, how are you doing?
That's not how you spell double, is it?
Green Hood Smoke, what's going on with you today? How are you doing? Hope you guys are all doing well. What 22 handgun would you recommend for plinking all day long and a good trainer for bigger models? If you want a good training model, look at something like a Glock 22, or I'm sorry, a Glock 44. That's a 22 caliber Glock. That's 1-to-1 for a training model. Otherwise, for good plinkers, you can't go wrong with the Ruger Mark IVs, the Smith & Wesson Victories, any of them. But if you want something that's like good training for a standard firearm, I would say the Glock 44, which is 22 long rifle. And I do have one up there. It's actually, I think it's this one right here. You see the laser on it? That's a 22 caliber Glock. My daughter started shooting that gun. So after the 30th, will gun stores still get Gen Glocks? They're gonna sell what's ever out there, and they still have in wholesale inventory. So you're gonna be seeing them guns for years. They didn't recall any models off shelves, so you will see them for years. Moody 9mm ammo. What do you? I generally reload all my ammunition. Through testing though, like the Remington bulk pack or the UMC have generally tested the most accurate for us. Can we see your open gun there? There's two of them up there. Bring it back a little bit. Oh, that's kind of the best I'm gonna do. But there's two of them up there. Oh, now I gotta get the camera set. Sorry, everybody. I shouldn't have moved it. I'm from Indonesia. Hey, how are you doing? How much was the third orange handle left down? The third one down is a Tactical Sport Orange. And that was the first iteration or first generation Tactical Sport oranges. I want to say it was like around 18. CZ's wicked cool. You do USPSA. That's why I have the CZs. I generally shoot open division. I have a TSO 2 and 40, which for limited major. My son shoots limited optics. That's the TSO with the dot on it. My daughter shoots, I'll show you, she shoots a shadow system with a port and a comp. She's young, just getting started, so that puts her in open division, but that's her gun. So, how much do you, I answered that one. Ghost Trust, can we just say the V Glocks are not going to solve the, no, they're not going to solve the solution. But I appreciate Glock for trying something new, and their triggers are coming out with. They're supposed to be nice. They have transfer or changeable units, fire control units. So aftermarket frame support should really pick up. I do not have Dracos, but I do have a Zastava. What is it? M85. Orange Smoke, how are you doing, man?
Hi, Orange Smoke.
Do you have a safe? I have 4 safes. I have 4 safes and a small vault. Unit Glock 26 speakers. Unit, I'm not sure what you're all saying. Yes, there's a Glock 26 on the very bottom of the screen. Probably hard to see. I don't see any budget guns there. I do see 1300 and 1500 CZ Shadow. Yeah, I just have the one CZ Shadow up here. Everybody thinks the TSOs, so that's a CZ Shadow. That's a CZ Tactical Sport Orange. That's a CZ Tactical Sport Orange 2. And that's up there is a CZ Tactical Sport Orange 2. So, them are like $700 more than $1,500. 9mm ammo really varies depending on use. I use Blazer for range use, and I get military surplus 9mm ball that I keep in my combat loadout. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I don't shoot very much factory ammunition. Through testing, we have, like a couple years ago, we bought pretty much every commercially available in our area 9mm ammo, everything from I think 90 grain all the way up to 147s from pretty much every manufacturer. That was for our own testing when we were determining what ammunition we wanted to run in certain guns. And there was just the 2 that stuck out. I love switches, dude. I love switches too. I just don't like prison. They are all real, 100%. Show me the Arsenal SF. I don't know what you mean by that. What's SF mean? Driving home, gotta stop at the store, pick up another box of 10 gauge ammo. That's gonna be cheap. Fuck yeah, it's gonna be cheap. I mean, they're gonna walk in and be like, oh, Orange Smoke is here. Just give him a case. But it looks like you did good this morning. Got some nice birds in there. Glock C17. I have a couple Glock 17s up there. I do have 2 slides. I put them in the middle. Kind of see them better that way. They're both aftermarket and both ported, so that's as close to a Glock 17C as I get. The DWX, I'll come right back to that. Do you see a problem with FRT and how widespread they're getting for almost everyone to come? That's going to be a long answer. For right now, people should enjoy them. The DWX is a nice gun. They cost the exact same money as a Tactical Sport Orange 2 and 9mm and the 40. I think them 2 guns for the same money are a better buy. The Tactical Sport Orange 2 is 100 times better than the DWX. I can't take anything away from DWX. It's a nice gun, but if you're gonna buy that for the money it costs, I would tell you to buy a Tactical Sport Orange 2, because unless you're buying it for like a carry gun, which most people aren't gonna buy that for a carry gun, it's a competition gun. The Tactical Sport Orange 2 CZs are significantly better buy. Send to Indonesia? No, I'm not gonna send to Indonesia. Ghost gun, handgun, my bad. Yeah, that was wild this morning. Did a lot of ski busting, but had to try. Seen probably 100 birds. There you go. Boss Hog, how are you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. Do you think it's going to be a big deal with the AR-15 platform because they can be converted to fully automatic weapons? So AR-15s can't really be readily converted to fully automatic weapons. The lower receivers are designed in such a way that in order to put a sear in it, an auto trip sear, you have to do machining. Once you start doing machine work, that is no longer easily, readily convertible. The problem with Glock switches is you change a back plate and that's it. So anybody can change a back plate. There's really no tools necessary to convert an AR-15 to an M16. You have to be able to do machine work and have the ability to machine it. So they're not readily convertible. Forced reset triggers, yes, there's some that are legal, some that aren't, but forced reset's forced reset. Was 16 degrees this morning. I could barely move, had so much gear on. Looked like the Stay Puft Marshmallow. Yeah, but you gotta stay warm. Did you see who's here?
Hi, Orange Smoke.
AWM, no one in military. I like sniper. I'm not sure what you're trying to say there. If you're trying to say you like the Barrett, like I said earlier, the Barrett's not a sniper rifle. It's a anti-material rifle. So a sniper rifle is like, they don't exist. They exist in video games, but in real life, they're not sniper rifles. They are precision rifles. So that's how you define it. Being a sniper is a job class. That's a job. It's not a rifle. So any rifle could be considered a sniper rifle. Any firearm could be considered a sniper weapons platform. All sniping means is precision work, precision shooting. But I do appreciate you being here. So yeah, man, if we could get some of you guys to double tap that screen for me, that would be really solid. I'd appreciate it. Join the chat. Come in. Let's conversate about firearms or whatever else you feel like talking about.
Did somebody donated money already?
I don't.
Since you get-
Send a gift, yeah. What is a good budget firearm for a woman with small hands? I'm looking to get one for my wife. She wants Desert Eagle, but I think it's too big. Glock 43X, Hellcat Pro. Them would probably be the two that would come off top. If you're into Canics, maybe one of them Canic. I'm not sure the model number, but I think. But I would say either a Glock or a Smith & Wesson. Or the Hellcat. Yeah, Desert Eagle. I'm not saying she couldn't shoot it, but it's a little big for a woman. Me, bro, mail me one of those. You have more than you need. Yeah, that's fine. Do like $100 donation. I'll go ahead and send it. LPVO or ACOG. I think they're both used for different things. On a battle rifle, ACOGs have a lot of issues. You know, it's hard to do close up engagement with an ACOG. LVPOs, that's kind of an interesting thing because they're not good at close quarters. They're not great at far range. It's kind of a middle of the ground thing. What I really like more and more is an aim point with a magnifier. Gonna run to Fleet Farm. I'll be back. All right, man. Glock 43X is great. Fake guns, absolutely. Jay Lee, how are you doing? But now that the CNC and 3D printers exist, anyone can download the specs. The creator of the Glock switch actually regrets making that thing. Yeah, I've watched his interviews, and he's like, almost devastated by it. You know, he really regrets doing it. Um, so that's what it is. One more question. I apologize for bugging you. Oh man, you're good. That's kind of the purpose of the live, isn't it? Um, when aiming with a rifle or pistol, do you close one eye or keep them both open? I've always wondered that. So it depends on the dot and what you're doing with it. If you're doing precision work with a magnified optic, uh, once you find your target, you generally can shut one eye. You can shoot both eyes open. It just takes more practice. With red dots, with like EOTechs, you keep both eyes open. That works best. With pistols, keep both eyes open. Shotguns, you keep both eyes open. Uh, what is the firearm brand in the back? On the table or the rifle? You gotta give me more information there, Ghost. I've been gone because I got linked up with the Pagans MC and my whole life has changed. That's alright. You should have went outlaw. Keep both eyes open, yep. Thanks, fellas. Yeah, no problem, man. Appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. But if you guys would, again, I'll ask, double tap that screen, man. Put a like up on these lives. If you guys like firearms, if you like 2A content, help support the channel. And you can do that simply by double tapping that screen and subscribing. YouTube really has an issue with firearm content, not only mine, but everybody's. So the easiest way to show support and to make sure that you continue to see that type of stuff is just by supporting the channels. And it's simple, man. Just double tap that screen. That's all you got to do. Who won all the way? Who won all the way in the far back? Oh, that's a Barrett M82. It's 50 cal. It's probably the one gun everybody likes used in video games. But yeah, that's a M82 50 BMG. I like 300 blackout over 5.56. 200 yards and under. Yeah, I only personally have one 300 blackout, and we don't really ever use it. Best online shop supplies. Depending on what you're buying. If you're buying holsters and stuff, Ben Stoker Pro Shop. If you're buying other things firearm related, either Midway USA or Brownells, that would be the two top ones. If you're looking for CZ parts, then you go to CZ Customs or Cajun Gunworks. So TLR 7 or TLR 6 on Canik TP9. I don't know. It's in my hand. I use Streamlights. I have Streamlight M6. I don't keep flashlights on firearms for daily carry. Flashlights I have are for when we shoot night matches. So, can we see you shoot? Yeah, go to the channel. There's all kinds of videos in the channel. Shooting all kinds of competitions. Would you rather build your own fire or have it all complete set? I go both ways. I've built a lot of ARs for specific purposes, and so that's what it is. But I have nice rifles I bought too. You know, I bought the Daniel Defense and stuff. Man of, I see there's a lot of steel frame CZs. Yeah, man of culture. Can't go wrong with a CZ. Holsters, did I hear holsters? Arizona kid, how are you doing, man? I hope your day's going good. My High Point 380 is more ergonomic than everything you own. Yeah, I believe that. It's probably more accurate and more reliable too. So can't go wrong with a High Point. Is that a 75 SPO1 XC? Yeah, there's two of them up there. The one with bright shiny red grips is the tactical. The one below that is the SPO1 competition. So that was CZ's custom shotgun. The shiny red grips were off of the competition. I just switched them. I don't really shoot the tactical, and they look cool, but they're a little slick. You don't get a great grip on them. Do you own anything? Know anything about English High Points or? English high powers. I'm not sure what an English high power is. And as far as the TSOS 1911s, no. Um, I'm not real familiar with the budget options there. If you're picking only one and had to get rid of every other handgun, what would you be keeping? I'd keep a Glock 17. What's a good open carry holster? Um, One that's affordable. So you're probably gonna end up finding yourself buying a half dozen holsters till you find one that you really like. At least that's what I've had to do. So um, you don't need $100 holster for a daily carry gun. So just find something the way you want to carry it and go with it. All the fancy stuff and all the options you don't need. Just find one good holster. If you're spending more than $50 on a carry holster, you're spending too much. Free gun, please. Absolutely. How about $100 super chat? I'll give you everything you got. You can't take all of them with you in the apocalypse. Well, it depends. Depends on your idea of an apocalypse. Can I put a take suppressor on a Smith from Western 9mm? If it's got a threaded barrel, yeah, you can add a can. You just got to find models that have threaded barrels, or buy an aftermarket barrel and put a threaded barrel in it. Just curious, are these jewel gifts worth anything on your end? Haven't noticed them before. I honestly, Arizona, I'm not sure. Do they cost money to send? I haven't even seen them. I saw John Wink send some. If they cost money to send, yeah, I'd probably get something out of it. This man is having a stroke. Yeah, I don't know why you think I'm having a stroke. A good custom-made leather holster is great for any type of carry. Yeah, they are. The one thing I would say about leather holsters, though, is be aware, like summertime in high humidity, they do hold moisture against your firearm. So keep that in mind. Keep your equipment oiled. Booty Bandits, how are you doing, man? How's your day going? Hope you're doing well. One A level 3 open carry holster, but it's too bulky and hoping to replace it. Besides being too big, there's no real problems. Yeah, like I said, you gotta try things. I'm not big on open carry anyway. I like in waistband and concealed. So no, the Alan Brown guy, the comment above my last one. It's possible. It's hard. Probably a foreigner would be my guess. I sold all my guns and became Mormon. Well, you should have kept all them guns, because if you start stacking up multiple wives, you're probably going to need them. Good, just hanging out with my wife. There you go. Tell Mrs. South I said hi. Hope she's doing well. YDC Guns, how are you doing, man? Hope your day is going good. Where can I buy suppression for Smith & Wesson 9mm? Go to Silencer Shop. Silencer Central, I think they call it now. Ammo Alchemist, will you sell a suppressor? Alan Brown. Absolutely, he would. He sells Glock switches too. Could anyone help me with $10 for a Propel, please? Yeah. Don't come on here spamming. That's poor taste. What do you think about the Ruger RXM? Ruger RXM's all right. I don't have a lot of experience with one. I only shot one time. Well, more than once, but it was what it was supposed to be. I would take a Ruger RXM over like a PSA Dagger. It was a decent gun. It was nothing to really say good or bad. It was what it was supposed to be. It worked. That's it. I'm blessed, man. I can't complain. There you go. That's good stuff. Have you ever had to pull it on someone? Any suggestions for upgrading my XD Mod 3 Springfield Armory? Do you carry the gun for a daily carry by chance, or is it a range toy? If it's a daily carry, other than maybe changing sights, leave the gun alone. If it's a range toy, do some trigger work, play with the recoil spring. Um, I would get you where you want to be. So many Glocks. Yep, I got a few Glocks. Do you like Canics? I don't like Canics. Their triggers are nice, but nothing about a Canic makes me want to buy one. Do you have any experience with 2-pound hair triggers? Yeah. So like, oh, going the wrong button here. Everything from here up is less than a 2-pound trigger. Both them two are under 2 pounds. The rest of these are all right about 2 pounds. So when I shoot a gun with a 3-pound trigger, I feel like, it's the worst trigger in the world. But you're allowed to say whether you pulled it or not. Yeah, I'm allowed to say. Daily carry. I daily carry a Glock 26. It's kind of hard to see with the chats, but it's on the bottom here. Gen 5 Glock 26. 25 years ago, I bought my first Glock 26. It was Gen 3. I carried that for about 10 years. Then I bought a Gen 4 Glock 26, carried that for another 10. And now I'm about 5 years into this Gen 5. Do I spy a Shadow Systems? You do. The Shadow Systems MR920P. That's my daughter's competition gun. That's what she shoots. I've been holding off on new guns for a while. I just got lead position at work and have been saving for a new car. There you go. All that stuff takes time. Are you in Wisconsin? I am in Wisconsin.
I wonder if they're a fan and they know you.
Love mine? Absolutely. They're great guns. It's grown on me quite a bit. I actually do like it quite a bit. What do you think of the Palmetto Dagger Saber full size? I think you'd be better off buying a Ruger RXM or a police trading Glock. The PSA firearms kind of leave a lot to be desired. You're in Wisconsin? There you go. Subscribe to the channel. Maybe we can hook up. I'll take you to the range. I've done that for a lot of other subscribers that live in the state. What's the second in the middle? I'm not sure, the slide or the frame or what. That slide right there, I think is what you're asking about. That's a Stifler manufacturing slide. Great company. You should check them out. They make a whole ton of aftermarket Glock slides that fit Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, and Gen 2. We've tried them on a Gen 2 Glock. The slides are top notch. You can't go wrong with them. Minnesota here. You had to ask. That's definitely a Wisconsin accent. Yeah, definitely from Wisconsin. I will go back to posting soon. Just trying to get right. Yeah, man, take your time. Nobody's pressuring you. I had a few jewels. You can let me know if anything are worth anything. I had free jewels. You can let me know if they are worth anything. Yeah, I will. It usually takes a day or so. It took me a second to figure out what you're saying. I saw them pop up on my phone. Did they cost you money? Or they were free jewels? They probably help the algorithm. So if they're free, man, throw a bunch on there. That probably help. That's my experience. That's my thing. Everyone is worried about Glock. I gotta find your comment. Why don't you let me use your phone, Harley? But we still have police trade-ins and Shadow Systems and a bunch of other companies that are based. So Shadow Systems actually redesigning their firearms too. They're going to be going to a similar system as the Glock V. Wisconsin accents sound like a Southern Canadian to me, which is basic. Yeah, kind of. Can you please shout out Gabe Itch? Yeah, I'm not sure. I usually don't do big shout outs on the channel. Stay on here, do a bunch of posting, throw some jewels up, maybe a super chat, and we'll talk all about it. My two favorite pistols I own are Remington 1911s, one from 1941 and the other from 1940. I would absolutely say them would be favorite guns. Pretty nice to have in a collection. Any guns under $300? No. No, the cheapest one up there would be the Glock 44. I think that was 3.5. Um, Actually, no, that's not true because like the Gen 2 Glock up there, I got less than 300. That was a police trade-in. It was beat up. I bought that for my oldest son years ago. I machined the slide, trigger work, barrel, did all that stuff for him. Expensive though. Harley, I just lost your shit here. Oh, what I missed that news, man! I'm really shocked by the amount of companies that will ban. So, a lot of these companies they want to sell in California. If they modify their design, they can continue to sell in California, not have to go through the whole process again. So that's why a lot of companies are going to start doing that. Um, let's see. What do you think about people putting switches on Glocks? Well, people that put switches on Glocks definitely like anal rape, as you're going to prison if you get caught. There's no way around that. That's instant. You go to jail. Shit. Let's see. Glock 34 shiver my timbers. Yep. I don't shoot that very much. Uh, Old school Remingtons are best, but the quality suffered greatly as management and ownership changed. It has for sure. Same with old school Colts. They're just not the same anymore. I agree with that too. I have a Colt 1911 that I built. It's actually one of my favorite guns. I like the Digicam one you got there. That's nice. Yep, I did that when I had my shop. That gun's been coated for, oh man, 20 years. So that used to be my main competition gun. A lot of rounds to that gun. I have more rounds to that single gun than everything else I own combined. Easily. Agreed, Remington refused to innovate and suffered. Not that they are owned by uh, Czechoslovak Group. The whole Vista Outdoors buyout. Yeah, well, I think they bought the ammunition. They didn't buy the firearm manufacturer. I think they just bought the ammunition end of it. Do you do you have a? Yeah, I do. Uh, I borrowed it out though. Mason's got it right now. In the video with the Scorpion, where you just bump firing it? No, I was just bump firing it. That's it's a really easy gun to bump fire. It has a Timney trigger in it. As long as you let the gun do what it wants to do, its momentum and rearward travel and forward travel will bump fire that gun. So if you hold it tight, it doesn't. And if you noticed in the video, I was holding it real loose. That's why I was holding it loose. Harley, you need to help get this. The only automatic Glock 18 was made for entrymen
What do you mean?
carrying a ballistic shield so they could suppress an entry outside of that role. It's a liability.
That's your channel.
Yeah, it keeps backing up. All right, Arizona, I'll catch you later.
Because it doesn't stay on very long.
Well, just hang out and I'll keep it open. I still like my 6 shooters, but looking at 9mm in the near future. There you go. There's nothing wrong with that. Which one are you kind of leaning towards? Do you know where the customized Glock slide is? I have 2 of them up here. I have a Zafari slide right there, and I have a Stifler manufacturing slide right there. As a Brit, when I was in last US, attended many gun ranges, love guns. I appreciate that. Firearms are fun to shoot. So, do you mess with 3.5-inch 12-gauge loads much? No, I don't. Orange Smoke probably does. That's probably who you'd want to ask about that. Why do you do this? Show people your guns? Because I can. Simple as that. I mean, you probably live stream video games. I post firearms. Seems you were right. They also bought CCI Federal. Yep. They didn't buy the actual manufacturing end of for firearms, but they bought all the ammunition manufacturing. You can't not smile shooting a gun. Yeah. They're fun to shoot. It's a challenge. You know, some people like to play horseshoes or go bowling or darts or a lot of different sports. For me, I enjoy shooting firearms. It's a challenge. It's something to do. It's enjoyable. It's rewarding. Not smart for you? No, I'm fine with it. Uh, nice Scorpion carbine. I have regular Evo 3 and it's FD like yours. There you go. Riff Raff, I almost missed your name. How are you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you. What is your carry gun? My carry gun is a Glock 26, a Gen 5 Glock 26. Um, I got to shoot a minigun. Best thing ever. How much would you say you spent on guns? A lot. A lot. A lot. So, like, this isn't everything I have. Um, I have a small handful of FA stuff, and you know, when you start messing with FA, you're into an item 30, 40, 50 grand. So Paul Wick, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Cannot smile when you get a lot in a sauce on 38 round stage with revolver. No, I agree. 38 is actually a lot of fun to shoot. Thinking something in 1911 style of a 9mm. There you go. You want it for like a carrying gun or for just a range toy? Lost in the sauce. Yep. You fuck with PSA daggers. I don't. I do own one, but it's trash. Ammo. How are you doing, bud? Hope your day is going good. Are you in a state where you can carry? Do you have... We have to have a CCW permit. You are allowed to open carry without a permit. But yeah, they issue... It's a shall issue state. It's $35 for 5 years. I have 53 handguns, but people say that's excessive, but it's functional art. Yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with firearms. There's nothing wrong with having multiples. Uh, it's something to collect. The same people that'll tell you it's obsessive or weird probably have 10,000 Beanie Babies or something else.
I'm not supposed to mom that you're doing a lot.
Gam up. Why is the PSA dagger trash to you? Poor quality. So we bought it and the barrel was out of spec. So it bulges brass. I tried contacting the company dozen different times and zero response. So they sell a crap product and they don't support it. Our new governor in Virginia wants to ban high capacity makes, so I'm stocking up now. You kind of need to. All them fucking liberals are going on a tangent again. So range toy and other shooting competition besides the cowboy action stuff. Look at the Gerson Match X or the Masterpiece Arms or the Gerson Influencer. Them are all less than or around 1,200 or less. Them would be great options for that. Sorry if this has been asked, but what's the point of so many CZ shadows? But it's just my Walther. So I only own one CZ Shadow. That's it. That's the only CZ Shadow I own. Just that one right there. Do you think PSA Dagger will be discontinued in the future? No, probably not, because PSA Dagger don't give two fucks. So they're selling crap firearms in the masses to people. So they have no financial benefit to change. Glock is after contracts, and part of them getting contracts is having a fire control unit that can be switched to frames. That's how they lost the contract with SIG. SIG offered a fire control unit that could be changed. That was something they were asking for. People love PSA because it's cheap, but their quality is hit and miss. Absolutely. Not alive. Do you have a 45 Magnum, like the one? So you're talking 44 Magnum. I have a Desert Eagle in 44. What is that Glock second to the top on the right? It's a Glock 34. I'm not sure what they're doing, so I would be lying if I said Mason. You know, they're gonna stand on every company they can for whatever they can. Um, 44 Magnum, like the auto mag. No, I don't have a 44 auto mag. Pay attention to me. All right, Ammo, you got my undivided attention. What the fuck is the person prepping for? Well, whatever. What do you think of the Glock 50? Will look like? I'm not sure. Nice. I have the 35 and 34. Yeah, I never bought the 35, but I obviously got the 34. It's all right. It's an okay gun. John Wick, is that you? Let's see. Glock 30, 43 or 48. I'd go with 43X with the Ramjet. I'm at IDPA right now. You said that, Ammo. Man, you're needy. Hope you're doing well. You asked me about any more matches. We have one more match for the year, Ammo, and that's next weekend. That's pretty well it. Let's see. And focus on your shooting and not on YouTube. Not sure who you're talking to there. By the way, are those guns waterproof? I mean, define waterproof. Will they corrode? Or anything metal will corrode. John Thick. So, you guys be sure to double tap that screen. Consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're just sitting there lurking in the background, consider joining the conversation. I've seen people shooting the APX, and this could be them or it could be the gun, but none of the people we've seen shooting them have shot very well. So again, I don't know if it was them. I don't know if it was the gun. You know, going into the match, when we were talking to people about them, you know, they were praising how accurate they were and shit. And they definitely didn't shoot very accurately. Do you think the original Glock, original owner of Glock would have changed their platform or kept it? He would have kept it the same. He would have just said, fuck California. And honestly, he would have definitely walked away from U.S. sales as a whole. He wasn't going to change anything. Do you have any rifles? I got tons of rifles. But I understand this. This isn't everything I own by a long shot. This is just what we put out on the table. Kept it the same. Gaston wasn't woke libtard. The new CEO is. I agree with that. But keep in mind, they've lost a bunch of contracts because they didn't have a fire and control unit. So that in itself is reason for Glock to change, which is good. This could be good because now there'll be aftermarket slides, kind of like there is with SIGs, right? There's a lot of companies that started manufacturing aftermarket frames for SIG control units. So they will do that for Glocks too. So as much as it kind of sucks, it could be a good thing. Thanks, I will look them up. Gotta jump off. I am trying to do a live again tonight about 7:30. All right, man. Let me know and I'll jump on there with you. Love that answer. What's the gun on the table? The beige one. I assume you're talking that one there. That's a CZ Shadow 2. Everybody always confuses these with Shadow 2s, but they're not. That's the only Shadow 2 up there. So I think I'm going to get off here. The wife is home, making all kinds of noise, and dogs are all over. So I'll let you guys go. If you haven't, man, consider subscribing to the channel. I'd appreciate it. Throw some likes up on the channel. I don't want a safety on my EDC. That's why I go Striker Fire 365 for Glock. Yeah, it makes sense.
We'll be back in a minute.
Did she get me food?
Yeah, she did.
Yep. Liking that. Y'all have a good one. Safety. Yeah, Glock's the way to go for a carry gun. It's hard to beat. What time are you gonna be back? Maybe later. Give me a few hours. Otherwise, probably tomorrow. I got some ammunition to load, so. Otherwise, check out Booty Bandits live at 7:30 Central Time, and I'll be in there. He was in the comments, but it's Booty Bandits So hopefully we catch you guys there. Or Brookside Farms, he does lives pretty frequently in the evening too. So check out some of them guys as well. So I'll talk to y'all another time. You have a good day, what's left of it.